He stood there quietly, in a white shirt with a red and black embroidered collar, holding a little school bell in both hands. All around him were balloons, laughter, teachers giving flowers, proud parents wiping away tears, but he said nothing. His eyes searched the crowd for someone who wouldn't come. Because for this boy, the last school bell wasn't a celebration. It was a reminder that war doesn't care about children's ceremonies, a reminder that his mother would never hear that bell ring. His name is Danylo. He's 11 years old. He lived in Saltivka, a peaceful neighborhood in Kharkiv. He loved Lego, cartoons, and dreamed of becoming a pilot. His mom used to read him books every night and teach him how to say goodnight in different languages. On the morning of March 1st, 2022, he was building a toy plane when the first air raid sirens went off. They didn't make it to the shelter in time. A missile hit their building. His mom shielded him with her body. He survived. She didn't. Since then, Danylo has lived with his grandmother. His father, a border guard, was sent to the front lines the day after the funeral. Danylo stopped speaking for 2 months. He wouldn't go outside. He wouldn't eat unless someone begged him to. When school resumed, he showed up wearing the same blue jacket with a tear on the sleeve, the one he wore the day he lost her. Kids whispered behind his back. Some said he was weird. One boy even asked him, "Did your mom die because you were too slow?" That night, Danylo didn't sleep. He started writing letters to his dad. Every letter ended with the same line: "I'll protect Ukraine like you, and like Mom." In May, the school began preparing for the last bell celebration. Danylo didn't want to go. He told his teacher he had no one to walk with, no one to take pictures with, no reason to smile. But one day, his grandmother showed him something. A traditional white embroidered shirt, Vyshyvanka, with red poppies across the chest. His mom had ordered it for him months before the invasion. It had stayed in a storage box, untouched, waiting. When Danylo saw it, he said nothing. He just nodded and took it to his room. The next morning, he ironed it himself. He didn't tell anyone. When the day of the celebration arrived, the teacher was shocked to see him at the gate, standing still, holding the bell, alone. At first, everyone kept their distance. Some were nervous, some unsure. But his teacher gently walked up and whispered, "Do you want to say something to the class?" He hesitated. Then he walked to the microphone. There were hundreds of people in the schoolyard. He looked down, looked up, and simply said, "Mom, I came, just like you told me." The silence that followed was heavy. And then something happened. One by one, kids began clapping. Some began to cry. The principal walked up and hugged him. No one asked him to explain. No one needed to. From that moment, something changed in Danylo. He didn't smile more. He didn't laugh loudly. But he started helping. He joined the local volunteer center with his grandmother. He helped pack food boxes for displaced families. He painted blue and yellow hearts on stones for soldiers. And he began learning how drones work. He spends hours reading about flight dynamics, wingspan ratios, and propeller angles. "If I can build one strong enough," he says, "I'll send it to Dad, so he sees I'm fighting too." Every Saturday, he gives away handmade bracelets at the local square. He doesn't sell them. Each one has a little note, "For peace," from Danylo. People started noticing. One of his videos went viral. A man from Lviv donated a real drone to his project. He wrote, "Your mother would be proud." Now, Danylo is saving up to study at the Kharkiv National Air Force University. He's too young to apply, but he says, "Time flies. I'll be ready." He's learning English to read aviation manuals and watching online lectures on flight simulation. Every month, he writes a letter to his father. They're still signed with the same promise: "I'll protect Ukraine like you, and like Mom." His grandmother says he hasn't cried in months, but sometimes late at night, she hears him whisper into his pillow, "Good night, Mom. I made it through another day." Danylo's story isn't unique, and that's what makes it powerful. There are thousands of kids like him, quiet heroes, invisible to the world, but stronger than anyone imagines. This is not just a story about one boy. This is the story of a generation growing up in war, shaped by loss, but not defined by it. Ukraine is not just a country on a map. It's voices like Danylo's. It's pain turned into purpose, and silence turned into strength. If this story moved you, share it. Let the world see the children behind the headlines. Let them know that even in the darkest places, there are sparks of light. and that as long as these kids keep going, Ukraine cannot be defeated. Because a child who stands alone at the last school bell, wearing his mother's embroidery and holding hope in his hands, that child is already changing the world.